Hi guys, Humam here. Today I'll walk you through an easy 7-step proposal writing system that you can use for government solicitations. Winning requires demonstrating technical competence, compliance, and past performance. And I just want to try to structure your workflow using these easy 7 steps. I've made this image, which I think summarizes the whole system. I'll walk you through all of these steps, but in short, they are: check for qualifications, review the requirements, build a compliance matrix, assign roles and responsibilities, gather past performance documentation, conduct review meetings, and submit early and track results. So that's it in short. Before we start, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Let's proceed. So the first step would be check for qualifications. We want to check if we are eligible. So we gotta read the instructions, review the instructions to offerers and evaluation criteria, also known as Section L and Section M. And then we can verify the set-aside code. Do we have the required certification if that's the case, and so on. Do we meet the size criteria if it's a small business set aside? The final point is just a sanity check. Do we have the correct NAICS code? Is our registration on SAM.gov active and in place? So this is just the initial step where we do a basic sanity check. Could this be something for our business or not? Because we don't really want to waste a lot of time on something that we know we won't be able to win. The second step is a bit different. We know that we are eligible for this opportunity, but we don't know if we can actually meet all of the requirements. So in this second step, we try to analyze the solicitation requirements by using AI tools or by just trying to find all the statements that have the word shall and must. I usually just click on Ctrl F and try to find all of them in the solicitation document if you can search through it. And then you want to break down all the deliverables so you'll have a better understanding of the pricing models and the different submission formats. And finally, you'll have to create the compliance matrix, but we will go into this part a bit more. Before we do that, I just want to show you briefly how you can find all of these requirements, and you can do this via an AI platform such as SAM Search or just using ChatGPT, but you will have to upload the solicitation documents. In SAM Search, as an example, we have this opportunity. Here we have an AI generated summary that gives me an initial idea about the opportunity, but here in the attachments section, I can just summarize the documents that I have here if I want to just have a extremely quick look. But I can also ask SAM Search AI, and when I click on ask SAM Search AI, SAM Search will go through all of these documents and try to index them, and then I will be able to chat with them. And here I can ask the AI to provide me with all shall and must statements in the solicitation document. And here I'll start getting some of the statements, and I can also see the source from where all of these opportunity are being fetched. So as an example, if I click on this one, I see that I got this opportunity, and I can also see the initial summary of this opportunity. I see the contract duration, a lot of very handy details. So this is a good way to get started and see if you meet all of the requirements. But if we proceed to the next step, which is building the compliance matrix, step 3. If you don't know what a compliance matrix is, in short, it's a table that lists all the requirements from the RFP and references where each requirement is addressed in the proposal. This is important for the evaluators because it shows proposal responsiveness, which indicates if you are compliant or not. This is often required or expected in competitive proposals. You can of course generate this compliance matrix the way you like, maybe using Excel, etc. But SAM search here can also help you doing this. So you can get an initial draft that you can get started with. And here we start seeing our compliance matrix. So this is quite handy if you want to just get a grasp of the opportunity. Step 4, you got to assemble your proposal team. I know that you may be a small business, you may be a couple of people that are working on this. And in that case, I think it's quite important for you to still divide the workload. There should be a proposal manager that oversees deadlines, content, assignments, and reviews. Technical writers that know the exact solution and try to craft it in the best possible way. And then we have cost estimators that build pricing volumes and cost justifications. And of course, reviewers that perform compliance and quality checks. And as said, if you are a small team, just try to set clear roles so that you cover the whole life cycle of the proposal. Step 5, gather past performance documentation. You have to identify relevant contracts, find similar past projects, maybe top 3 that are similar. There could be commercial or government related. Of course, it's better if they are government related. And this is quite important, and please try to do this as early as possible. Request your past performance questionnaires. If you have worked with subcontractors, other parties, and you want to get them as references, then you have to request all of these PPQs, and it can take some time for them to respond. If you leave this till the end, it will be quite hard for you to manage everything in time. So try to send them as early as possible. And then of course, try to follow the required format. Use the format specified in the RFP or SF330. If SF330 is a standard for architecture and engineering opportunities. Step 6, review the proposal. And this is very, very, very important. After finishing your proposal, you want to see if you meet all of the requirements, be it formatting, styling, and of course, compliance. In the context of reviewing the proposal, we usually have 3 different stages, often described by 3 different teams. First, we have the pink team. And in this stage, you want your draft checked for structure and gaps. And the next step, we have the red team review. And here we want our draft fully evaluated for content, clarity, and compliance. And finally, we have the gold team review, and it's the final review and executive sign-off. And as said, if you are a small team working on your proposals, just try to assign these roles and try to have some sort of a workflow when managing your proposal lifecycle. Finally, the easiest one, submit and track results. After validating the requirements, you have file types, size limits, and naming conventions. If everything looks good, you can submit your proposal and try to submit as early as possible. And of course, use the correct portal, SAM.gov, GSA, eBuy, and so on. And then finally, track the results. You'll have to check regularly to see if you got any response back. I have a small note that you should, of course, stick to the deadlines. If you submit even 1 minute late, you could be disqualified. In short, compliance plus communication is the recipe to go. If you want to submit a winning proposal, you have to have a clear, direct response to the requirements. And of course, you'll have to meet all of the requirements in the solicitation. And this was my proposal writing system that could really help you organize your workload. But you may still need to use some additional tools to keep track of everything you're working on at the same time. And I just want to mention very briefly as an example, this opportunity here, if it is something that we are actually working on, we can click on Start Journey on SAM Search. And what will happen here is that this opportunity will be added in the Journey Hub. And what's really nice about the Journey Hub, we see that we got it here at the bottom, is that I can manage the whole life cycle of this opportunity. So if I'm currently working on this opportunity, I can move it to the in progress column, and if it is submitted, I can move it to the submitted column, and here inside I can add my tasks and visualize them in the calendar view. As an example, I can add a task to call the subcontractor and add a deadline for it. As you see here, I can visualize it and organize my workflow. If you are interested in learning more about the Journey Hub and how you can structure your workflow when working on multiple opportunities at the same time, I've made a short video describing how this feature works. That was it for me. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching this video. If you are interested in streamlining your government contracting workflow, then please check out SAM.gov. It makes the whole process so much easier by letting you search through hundreds of federal and state government websites, by letting you make quick bid no bid decisions using smart AI features such as AI chat, and it can generate your first proposal draft using AI and manage the whole life cycle of the opportunity using the Journey Hub as I showed you. Again, thanks a lot for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.